Have you ever looked behind your TV stand and seen that long bar full of plugs and just assumed it was protecting your expensive electronics? Here's a scary thought. Millions of Americans believe their devices are safe from power surges, when in reality, many of them are using something that offers absolutely zero protection. That sleek strip under your desk might look like a surge protector. It might even say, heavy duty. But if it's actually just a basic power strip, a single electrical surge could destroy your TV, gaming console, computer, or even start a fire. And the truth is, most people in the United States don't actually know the difference. In today's video, we're breaking down one of the most misunderstood pieces of home tech: surge protectors versus power strips. What they really do, why the difference matters more than ever in modern American homes, and how choosing the wrong one could cost you thousands of dollars in damaged electronics. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to protect your devices, and why this simple mistake is becoming more dangerous in today's connected world. Welcome to Tech Vibes. Now let's talk about why this topic suddenly matters so much right now. 20 years ago, most homes had a TV, maybe a desktop computer, and a few lamps. That was it. Electrical demand inside American households was relatively simple. But fast forward to today, and the average home in the United States is packed with electronics. Smart TVs, gaming consoles, streaming devices, Wi-Fi routers, desktop computers, laptops, smart speakers, home security systems, charging stations, kitchen appliances, electric standing desks, and entire smart home ecosystems. Some households easily have over 50 connected devices, and every one of those devices relies on stable electricity. But here's the problem. The U.S. electrical grid is aging. Storm activity is increasing. Power fluctuations happen more often than most people realize. Even small spikes in voltage can damage sensitive electronics. Every time the power goes out and suddenly comes back, that's a surge. Every time lightning strikes near power lines, that's a surge. Even large appliances turning on and off inside your home can cause mini surges. Most of the time, you don't even notice them. But your electronics do. Modern devices contain extremely delicate circuits. A quick spike in voltage lasting just milliseconds can permanently damage them. And this is where the confusion begins. Because most people assume that if something has multiple outlets, it must protect against surges. But that's simply not true. To understand the difference, we need to break down exactly what these two devices are. Let's start with the basic power strip. A power strip is actually a very simple device. At its core, it's just an extension of your wall outlet. It takes one outlet from the wall and splits it into several outlets. That's it. No protection, no filtering, no voltage control. Inside a standard power strip, electricity simply flows straight through from the wall to your devices. It's convenient. It gives you more places to plug things in. But electrically speaking, it does absolutely nothing to protect your equipment. If a voltage spike hits your home's wiring, that surge travels straight through the power strip and into every device connected to it. Your computer, your monitor, your TV, your gaming console. Everything. Now let's talk about a surge protector. A surge protector may look almost identical to a power strip on the outside. Same long shape, same multiple outlets, sometimes even the same switch. But inside, it's a completely different story. A real surge protector contains protective components designed to absorb or redirect excess voltage before it reaches your electronics. The most important component is something called a metal oxide varistor, often shortened to MOV. Think of the MOV as a pressure release valve for electricity. When the incoming voltage stays within normal levels, electricity passes through normally. But if voltage suddenly spikes beyond safe levels, the MOV activates instantly. It absorbs the excess energy and redirects it away from your devices. In simple terms, it sacrifices itself to protect your electronics. That's why surge protectors eventually wear out. Each time they absorb a surge, the internal protection components degrade slightly. But here's where it gets interesting. This difference might seem small, but in the modern American household, it can mean the difference between a safe system and thousands of dollars in damage. And this is where things start getting serious. Let's talk about real-world impact. In the United States, lightning strikes the ground about 25 million times per year. A huge percentage of those strikes create power surges that travel through electrical infrastructure. But lightning isn't even the biggest cause. Most surges actually come from inside homes. Large appliances like refrigerators, air conditioners, and washing machines constantly cycle on and off. Each time they do, they create small fluctuations in voltage. These microsurges may seem harmless, but over time they slowly degrade electronic components. It's like tiny waves constantly hitting a shoreline. Eventually, the damage adds up. And modern electronics are more sensitive than ever. A 1990s television could survive small voltage changes easily. A modern OLED TV, gaming console, or high-end PC contains microprocessors and circuit boards that are extremely delicate. A surge that lasts just a fraction of a second can destroy a power supply, corrupt internal circuits, or shorten the lifespan of the device. And here's the part nobody talks about. Many Americans unknowingly plug thousands of dollars worth of electronics into basic power strips. Picture a typical home entertainment setup: a 75-inch TV, a PlayStation, an Xbox, a sound system, a streaming box, a Wi-Fi router. That could easily be $5,000 worth of equipment, and all of it plugged into a $15 strip that offers zero protection. But the confusion doesn't stop there. Some products are marketed in ways that blur the line between the two devices. You'll often see packaging that says things like power center, multi-outlet station, or heavy-duty strip. But those phrases don't actually guarantee surge protection. The only reliable indicator is the surge protection rating. This rating is measured in something called joules. Joules represent how much energy the surge protector can absorb before it fails. A small surge protector might be rated around 300 to 600 joules. A mid-range protector might be 1,000 to 2,000 joules. High-quality surge protectors designed for home theaters or computer systems can exceed 3,000 joules. The higher the number, the more protection capacity it has. But here's something many people don't realize. Even surge protectors have limits. If a massive surge hits the system, the device may sacrifice itself completely. That's actually the design. The surge protector absorbs the damage so your electronics don't have to. But this leads to another overlooked problem. Once a surge protector absorbs enough energy, its protective components can fail. And the scary part? It might still look perfectly normal. It may continue to function as a power strip, but without any surge protection left. That's why many modern surge protectors include indicator lights. If the protection light turns off, it means the protective components are no longer functioning. At that point, the device should be replaced. Now let's talk about the benefits and the drawbacks. On the positive side, surge protectors provide a crucial layer of defense for modern electronics. They reduce the risk of sudden damage from voltage spikes. They extend the lifespan of expensive devices. They are inexpensive compared to the cost of replacing electronics. And many advanced models now include features like USB charging ports, network protection for Ethernet cables, and filtering for electrical noise. But surge protectors are not perfect. They cannot protect against every scenario. For example, a direct lightning strike on a building can overwhelm most consumer surge protectors instantly. They also degrade over time. And unfortunately, many cheap products on the market provide minimal protection despite marketing claims. This creates a huge gray area for consumers. Some people argue that surge protectors are essential. Others believe the protection is exaggerated unless you install whole home surge protection at the electrical panel. Both perspectives contain some truth. Whole home surge protection installed by an electrician provides the highest level of defense. But for most households, quality outlet-level surge protectors still offer valuable protection for sensitive electronics. Now let's look ahead to the future. By 2030, the average American home will likely contain even more connected devices than today. Smart appliances, electric vehicle chargers, home energy storage systems, advanced gaming hardware, artificial intelligence devices, entire smart home networks. Our dependence on stable electricity is only increasing. At the same time, extreme weather events are becoming more frequent in many parts of the United States. This means the risk of electrical disturbances will likely grow. Many experts predict that home electrical protection will become more standardized. Future homes may include built-in surge protection at the panel level by default. Smart electrical systems may even monitor power quality in real time. And as devices become more expensive and more sensitive, protecting them will become less of an option and more of a necessity. So what should you actually do today? If you're a student living in a dorm or apartment, use a certified surge protector for your laptop, monitor, and gaming equipment. If you're a working professional with a home office, invest in a high-quality surge protector with a strong Joule rating. If you run a small business or studio, consider layered protection, including surge protectors and possibly whole home surge suppression. And if you're an everyday consumer, simply take a moment to check what's behind your TV or under your desk. If it's just a basic power strip, upgrading could be one of the easiest ways to protect your electronics. Because the difference between a power strip and a surge protector might look small, but when the next power surge hits, that difference could save thousands of dollars in equipment. And that brings us to one final thought. The most dangerous technology problems aren't the ones we don't know about. They're the ones we think we already understand. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Tech Vibes for more deep dives into the tech that shapes our everyday lives. And tell me in the comments, did you check behind your TV yet? And what did you find?